Retirees receiving government pension at the end of November began filling out life certificates to ensure payments. This story and more in the national report.
Have you noticed an increase or decrease in your electricity bill? You know that changes in the fuel and non-fuel rates affect your bill. You should also be aware that changes in household activities affect your bill. Ask yourself these questions. Have the rates changed? Have there been more people at your home? Have your children been on holiday? Have you used your fan or air conditioning unit more often to beat the heat? Are any of your electrical appliances or equipment faulty? Have you added any new appliances such as transformers, water heaters, or pumps? Make it a habit to understand any changes on your electricity bill. For more factors that affect your bill, visit www.grenlec.com. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
With the details to the news for Thursday, October 27th, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Retirees who qualify to receive a government pension has begun the process of filling out their life certificates at the Pension Secretariat as government moves ahead with making good on its promise to pay the retroactive components of the pension to eligible retirees by November 30th, 2022. On Thursday, the GIS visited the Secretariat at Mount Welldale and spoke with a few of the happy retirees who are all in high spirits, knowing their years of dedicated service is finally paying off. A life certificate is critical in ensuring that retirees are still eligible for payments. Christiana Lashington and Margaret Caliste both gave service in the field of education.
I entered the service in 1981. I retired in 2020, and I've been waiting since, even though I got a government scholarship. I was told that I broke service, and I was not able to get my pension. I'm excited. I'm so excited that I had to fill up 3 forms before I got it right this morning. Yes, so yes, I've been waiting for some time, and I think it's just, those who wait for some time, you will get what you deserve at the right time.
I think it's wonderful, the new government. I mean, I'm very surprised. I never thought I would get it because I was told you have to teach a minimum of 26 years in 3 months or something, and I had various things. I went to GUT and I went to the ministry, and I wasn't really told anything. So I'm just very surprised. I was flabbergasted when they called me because I've been trying since I retired a long time ago to get something. And when the lady rang me, I thought she was joking. She said, "I'm not joking." And I was just very pleasantly surprised. That's all I can say.
Retired medical practitioner and former chief medical officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. George Mitchell, is pleased to see the fight for pension coming to fruition.
I'm retired from the public service per se, and it's really, really a wonderful moment for persons like myself who served this country, tremendously over the years, and now we're being compensated per se for our hard labor. And I think it augurs well for persons that are in the service and persons who are going to join the service, that you are going to be compensated for the hard work you did. In relation to going forward on this, I think persons will use this moment to better their lives. It is a moment when people are maturing, and so you want to make sure that whatever you do at this time sort of like enhances your life, that of your family, and the society in general.
Health ministers and health representatives from OECS member states joined in Antigua and Barbuda Thursday morning for the opening ceremony of the 35th OECL Pharmaceutical Procurement Service Policy Board meeting and 8th OECS Council of Ministers of Health. Grenada's Health Minister, Senator Gaetan Lacrette, and Permanent Secretary Naomi Jeremiah joined the meeting virtually. This year's meeting is being held under the theme Accelerating Health System Transformation Through Innovation. The Pharmaceutical Procurement Service is the official institution within the OECS that procures medicines and allied health equipment on behalf of member states. Incoming chairman of the Council of Ministers of the OECS and Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment in Antigua and Barbuda, Sir Mulwin Joseph, is looking forward to fruitful discussions with member states to build a resilient healthcare system.
We were ready for routine supplies, but we were not ready for pandemic. We cannot blame ourselves. No one anticipated a pandemic, but we are going to be blamed if the next pandemic we find ourselves in the same situation. And that is the challenge, one of the challenges of this conference today. Let's look at strengthening our procurement, as well as having inventory of items that we're going to need on an emergency basis. Our warehousing capacity must be improved and expanded. And the whole management of emergencies, especially in pandemic, must be reviewed.
In coming months, the Pharmaceutical Procurement Service will implement strategies to improve health services for OECS member states. The incoming chair spoke about some of the strategies.
Over the next 12 months, for the next 12 months, OECS PPS is expected to implement some strategies to improve the efficiency of the service offered to member states, thereby making the delivery of healthcare services in member states more affordable and accessible. These activities include commencing the procurement of laboratory supplies and equipment. I alluded to that earlier. To assist member states in supply chain and inventory management, OECS will identify a system and a software and facilitate training at the same time. We must use technology to improve efficiency in the OECS.
A donation from the government and people of Japan has equipped the fisheries sector with additional freezer trucks and ice-making machines that will contribute to increased operational capacity and efficiency within the sector. 3 freezer trucks and 16 ice-making machines worth over US $500,000 were handed over during a short ceremony at the St. George's Fish Market on Thursday. Ministry representatives from both the Ministries of Fisheries and Foreign Affairs spoke of the improved capacity that they foresee for fisheries as a result of these new equipment. Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives, Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, says this donation will further enhance the government's agenda of transformation for the fisheries sector.
As a new government, and we forge in terms of transforming agriculture in Grenada, fisheries is very high on the agenda. And we want to rejuvenate, reorganize the fishing industry. We realize the importance of the fishing industry to the economy of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And we want to pay a lot of emphasis on that. The fisher folks have been crying out in regards to the product leaving this country. This is an area that we have to explore, and we have to make sure that we exploit the resources that the good Lord above has given to us.
Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Joseph Andal says freezer trucks and ice-making machines are needed for efficiency and effectivity within the sector.
This handing over of 16 ice-making machines and 3 refrigerated trucks worth over $500,000 US will greatly assist in the storage capacity of our fisherfolk and the lessening of spoilage of meat, fish, and other seafood. Grenada is moving forward to enhance its fisheries sector, and as such, on behalf of the people and government of Grenada, I wish to express deepest gratitude for such a kind gesture by the government and people of Japan.
Chargé d'Affaires of Japan, Kamada Suhiko, is hopeful that the donation will effectively serve the fisheries sector for the benefit of future generations.
I hope that the equipment will be well maintained and used for many years to come, not only for the benefit of current generation, but also for the benefit of next generation. The government of Japan is greatly pleased with the procurement of this equipment, which joins other cooperative initiatives currently being carried out in the areas of technical training and mitigation of impact of sargassum invasions.
Japan has aided Grenada in health, human resource development, and infrastructure development through grants, equipment, and technical support for the past 47 years. The public is invited to a town hall meeting on Monday, October 31st, 2022 from 6 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center Annex, Montrouge, St. George. Topics scheduled to be discussed include the state of the nation and government's first 100 days in office. The town hall will feature presentations from government ministers and a question and answer segment where citizens will have an opportunity to engage in live discussions. To ensure diaspora participation and to facilitate persons who may not be able to attend in person, the meeting will be streamed live via the Government Information Service on Channel 22, the GIS Facebook and YouTube pages, and on other major television and radio stations. The cooperation and participation of the public is appreciated. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Prepare for hurricane, prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane, your hair prepare for hurricane.
Welcome back. Senior citizens have paved the way for the development of the nation, and recognizing them is always important. That's according to Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews. Minister Andrews, in recognition of October as the month of the elderly, joined with staff of the Division of Social Development to distribute 5 food hampers. The first stop was at the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home, where the minister commended the staff for ensuring the residents are well taken care of. Top Hill Senior Citizens Home receives a yearly subvention from government to assist in its operations.
Our seniors, we really appreciate you, not just the ones in the Top Hill Senior Citizen Home, but throughout the state. We recognize the importance, we recognize your contribution that you have made to Carriacou's development and Grenada's development, and we appreciate that. And this is why this administration, with its transformational agenda, will be putting more resources to assist our seniors and ensure that the people who are tasked with the responsibility for caring for our seniors are trained so that they can assist in helping take care of our seniors better. And I want to pause here a little to encourage our younger people who will no doubt becoming seniors in the not too distant future to take stock and to take care of yourselves and to prepare for when you get to the golden age of senior citizen so that you can be well taken care of. Ensure that you have your plan in place for when you retire. As a number of seniors are retiring and they don't have a pension, they don't have anybody to take care of them. So it's important as young people we start preparing, and even preparing by taking care of our health, eating the right set of food and drinking enough fluids, checking up the doctor and doing whatever we have to do so that when we get to the ripe age of senior citizen, we can live a little longer because we treated our bodies good. And to our seniors that are here, again, I want to put on the record how much we appreciate you, how much we love you for the sacrifices that you have made to the development of Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Grenada.
The remaining hampers were distributed to other senior citizens in communities in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Also, as part of the month of the elderly, 2 people were presented with plaques. Former Hillsborough Secondary School teacher Cosmos Prestal received a plaque for his role in education and community life, and the other went to Petit Martinique resident Paul Bettel, a boat builder. Though retired, still assists young people with boat building. Workers attached to the public service will on Friday, October 28th, partake in a number of activities as part of celebrations for United Nations General Assembly Public Service Day. It will be held at the Roy St. John Playing Field, Tantine St. George. The General Assembly designated June 23rd as Public Service Day. However, no celebrations were held in Grenada this year due to the general elections. Acting Senior Human Resource Management Officer in the Department of Public Administration, Sabrina Lane, said the department saw it fit to deliver the event to public officers, which was already planned.
This year, due to the elections being held on the day, we would have had a series of activities already planned for public service to commemorate the occasion, and the fun day was one of them. And so the committee has taken the decision to still go ahead and host the fun day. Now you may ask, why Public Service Day? And the intent by the United Nations is basically to recognize the valuable contributions by public officers and their service to the community. And so on that day, they recognize public officers for those contributions made. And so the fun day is not only to recognize their contribution, but to also promote a sense of camaraderie and active socialization amongst workers throughout the public service.
The fun day begins at 11 a.m. and continues to 7 p.m. with lots of games, activities, and prizes to be won.
We have sporting activities like lime and spoon, sack race, we have relays, we have bun and coke, and other exciting events. We also have a public service trivia entitled, If You Didn't Know, Now You Know. So public officers will be given the opportunity to answer questions and to win prizes for those questions. We also have a bingo competition, and jackpot is $3,000, but you would get various prizes for that. All right, and we also have a domino knockout competition amongst the ministries and departments. So the day is promising to be very exciting, and we are encouraging all public officers to come out.
That story has brought us to the end of the National Report for today, Thursday, October 27th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Christian Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.